What if the dream you waited years for turned into your biggest regret? A new country, a fresh start, and a cafe that was supposed to change everything. But instead of success, it brought stress, pressure, and problems they never saw coming. This is the story of Jenny and Sumit, a love story that survived distance, culture, and family, but struggled when reality finally hit. Fans of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, have followed Jenny and Sumit's journey for years. Their story wasn't easy from the start. Different countries, different cultures, and one major problem: Sumit's family. But despite everything, they stayed together. They fought for their love. They proved everyone wrong. And finally, they got the life they always wanted. Or at least, that's what it looked like. After years of struggle, Jenny finally moved to India to be with Sumit. For her, this wasn't just a relationship. It was a whole new life, a different culture, a different lifestyle, a completely different world. At first, everything felt exciting. Simple moments felt special. Being together felt enough. But reality doesn't stay simple for long. Even after marriage, the biggest problem never disappeared: Sumit's parents. They never fully accepted Jenny. Not her age, not her background, not the relationship. And in many ways, that tension never really left. Every decision, every step forward felt like a battle. For Jenny, it became exhausting, because no matter how much she tried, it was never enough. At some point, they wanted more stability, more independence, more control over their life. And that's when the idea came up: opening a cafe. It sounded perfect, a fresh start, a shared goal, a way to build something together. For Jenny, it was hope. For Sumit, it was responsibility. But neither of them realized how difficult it would be. Starting a business isn't easy, especially in a place where competition is high, expectations are higher, and pressure never stops. At first, the cafe felt exciting: new customers, new routines, a sense of purpose. But behind the scenes, things were already getting complicated. Slowly, the challenges started to appear: not enough customers, financial pressure, daily stress. Running a cafe isn't just about serving coffee. It's about managing expenses, handling customers, keeping everything running smoothly. And for Jenny and Sumit, this was new territory. Mistakes started happening, and stress started building. One of the biggest mistakes couples make is mixing love with business. At first, working together feels exciting, but over time, it can create tension. For Jenny and Sumit, small issues turned into arguments, stress turned into frustration, and frustration turned into emotional distance. The cafe wasn't just a business anymore. It became a source of conflict. Another problem? They didn't see things the same way. Jenny wanted stability, a calm, peaceful life. But Sumit felt the pressure to prove himself, to his family, to society, to himself. And that pressure changed everything. Because when expectations don't match, problems are guaranteed. Viewers quickly picked up on the shift. Fans who once admired their love story started asking questions. Why do they seem stressed? Why does everything feel forced? Is the cafe really working? On social media, opinions were divided. Some supported them. Others believed this was bound to happen. Every struggle leads to a moment where something has to change. For Jenny and Sumit, that moment came quietly. No big explosion, no dramatic ending, just exhaustion, emotional fatigue, constant pressure, and the realization that things weren't working the way they hoped. The cafe that once felt like a dream started feeling like a burden. Instead of freedom, it brought responsibility. Instead of happiness, it brought stress. And instead of bringing them closer, it created distance. That's when the hardest question appears: was this the right decision? Jenny and Sumit's story teaches something important. Dreams are powerful, but reality is stronger. Starting a new life is never as easy as it looks, especially when family pressure still exists, cultural differences still matter, and expectations don't align. Sometimes, love survives everything, but life tests it in different ways. Despite everything, Jenny and Sumit are still trying, still navigating life, still figuring things out. Because at the end of the day, their story isn't just about struggle, it's about persistence. But one thing is clear: their journey is far from perfect. Jenny and Sumit's cafe dream didn't fail overnight. It slowly turned into something they didn't expect. And maybe that's what makes their stories so real. Not every dream works out, not every plan succeeds, but every experience teaches something. What do you think? Was opening the cafe a mistake, or just a step in their journey? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy deep dives like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because every story has another side, and we're just getting started.